Good evening.
Can everyone hear me just fine?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wanted to start off by saying thank you for coming here to celebrate your local library. Now, I wanted to begin my speech with a quote. Libraries are community treasure chests, loaded with a wealth of information, available to everyone equally. And the key to that treasure chest is the library card. I have found the most valuable thing in my wallet is my library card. Now that quote was said by a previous First Lady, Mrs. Laura Bush. And although I didn't originally come up with it, I completely agree with it. Don't you agree that the library is our community treasure chest? And that's obviously why we came here today, to celebrate our local library. The library is special to each one of us for all different reasons. I know we have a wonderfully diverse crowd out here tonight. We have some librarians, some book authors, some book lovers, some politicians, some students, some teachers, and all different types of people here tonight. But no matter who you are or where you come from, I want to ask every single one of you for a favor right now. I want you all to sit back, relax, and ask yourself, why do I love my local library? Why am I sitting here tonight, spending a whole evening just to celebrate my local library? You're probably all coming up with some really great reasons. Maybe some personal examples, some personal stories, some cherishable moments between you and your library. Now, I want you to keep those in mind as I continue my speech. But now what I'm going to do is introduce a new perspective. I want to talk about why the library is important to me as a student. Perhaps this is a new perspective that you never really thought about. Perhaps you're going to agree with what I'm saying. But in the end, no matter what, I hope that you agree that the library truly is a community treasure chest. So why don't we go ahead and delve into my life as a student and figure out why the library is important to me. Well, when you think of the word student, what's the first thing that pops into your mind? For a lot of people, when they think of a student, the first thing that pops into their mind is homework. We don't love it, but every student has to do it. And when it comes to doing homework, the library is especially resourceful. A lot of students try to argue with me, and they say that, oh no, we could just go to the internet. I mean, it's a whole world of information right at our fingertips. But to those students, I say, how many times can you be 100% sure that everything that you view on the internet is 100% accurate and 100% trustworthy? Nowadays, anyone can make an official-looking website, and we would never be able to tell the difference. But that's not something you have to worry about when you go to the library. When you go to the library, you know that your resources are 100% accurate and 100% trustworthy. And that's really important when you're going to do a report or a project, and that project's going to count as half of your final grade. But besides homework, because that's not the only thing we do with our lives as students, I also find the library a great place to relax. Maybe just read a good book or to study with friends. And the library is not only a great place to be, but it's a safe place to be. When a kid says, hey mom, hey dad, I'm going to the library, the parent doesn't have to worry, is my child going to be okay? Is my child traveling to a safe place? And that's because of that great, safe reputation and environment the library has created for itself. And we have to be really thankful for that. Now, besides homework and besides having a nice place to relax, the library has a very special significance to me because it has helped me express my passions. When you think of a library, don't just think of a room full of books, because behind the doors of a library, there are people who work very hard to make the library the wonderful place that it really is. We have librarians, we have volunteers, we have all the members of the community, just like you and I, who work really hard to make the library the place that it truly is. They host activities, programs, and events like this one that allow me to express my passion for artistic expression. Now, sometimes as a student, I find it hard to express my passion for art and art expression in school or through extracurricular activities. So the first place I turn to is my local library. At the South Brunswick Library, I have been able to explore art expression. I've been able to do live musical performances. I have been able to explore workshops like songwriting workshops. And for that, I am extremely, extremely thankful. And sometimes it makes me upset to think that some people, sometimes they take advantage of the library and they think it's something that they can have and they take it for granted. Imagine if the library didn't exist. Imagine if we just cut the funding and the library just disappeared. Where would we find our reliable resources? Where would we find this safe place to relax? Where would we find opportunities to express ourselves and show our true colors? As you can see, the library truly is a community treasure chest. What we need to do with that fact is we need to realize it, we need to be thankful for it, and we need to treat it like one. And I really hope that you agree. Thank you.